Welcome, all you beautiful souls. How you doing today? I hope you're doing wonderful. This is video 18. What star are we from? And you can also find this in my playlist on my channel page under Star Lineage tab for those that are new. And welcome to my new people and my subscribers that have been coming for a while. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Well, today is the 3rd of September, and we have 6 planets in retrograde. I mentioned this because my head, I couldn't believe how, I don't know what was going on. Other than there's 6 planets in retrograde. Yeah, crazy. Here, I got my ephemeris here. I am no professional, but not at all. But I can read. And anyway, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got Pluto. We got, let's see who we got here. Neptune. And that's Uranus, I believe. Yeah. Uranus. Uranus. Is that Neptune there? Saturn. Is that Saturn? Saturn. And then this one here is, yeah, you're the pretty one there. Jupiter. And is this one? Yeah. Still, yeah, Venus. This is the last day for Venus to be in retrograde. And then she'll go direct again, thank God. And then we've got Mercury in retrograde. Oh, fun times. I mean, it's not all that bad. It's, it's not, for us small people anyway. Those at the higher entourages, those that are responsible for, America being in this condition, well, they're going to get some comeuppance coming, I think, about the middle of the month. So let's see who goes. Yeah, which one are you again? Yeah, Mercury goes direct on the 14th. Yeah. So, yeah, that's when we're going to take, yeah. Like I said, the middle of the month. Look for that to happen. After the 14th. She's going direct. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, my head was just really, really messed up. I mean, it I don't know. I could say it was like a fog, but it was weirder than that. So anyway, it started hitting me when I was doing my prayers. So it's the planets. So anyway, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad you're here. I'm sorry for all the rambling on. I'll just put up the 6 planets in retrograde, and then I couldn't see out of my other classes, so I had to dig out my previous pair with my bifocals on them, so I could see again to read, because I really couldn't. Progressive lenses, yeah, well, they don't work so good for me. So anyway, this reading today is video number 18, like I said, and in this reading we have three new messages in the cards. So first time appearance for card number 103, Spiritual Sovereignty. The Essene civilization. Now, the Essene is a civilization that is a mixture. well, let's call them a galactic half-breed, shall we? Of Earthlings and Zeta Reticuli. That's what Assassines are. So those are the half-breed of the galactic, for lack of a better term, because I am not a biological whiz and I can't bend your mind with all those fancy words. So the Assassini, first message, new message coming through through them, and then card 67 and 69 are also new messages for the first time coming through the cards. So self-observance, the Lyria future, and natural humility, Lyria the future. So that's, I'm looking forward to reading that. All right, now I'm going to start with I'm just going to read the narrative and then we'll get going. I hope you're all doing really great. So, don't forget to do a thumbs up for me, please. And subscribe if you haven't already. And I wanted to tell you also that I'm doing a new meditation. I'm going to cover that in another video now. And but it's really good. And also, I wanted to remind everyone the information that we're getting, the messages that we're getting from our cards are from energy that was channeled through Lisa Royale Holt, I believe, by the name, and the name of that energy goes by Germaine. It says the material was dictated from the multidimensional consciousness Germaine, channeled in 1989 through Lisa Royale Holt. And when they put the book together, they did not wish for anything to change. So, see, in this entity, Germaine, it doesn't give Germaine's origins, but I'm feeling, because of the energy we're getting, or the information that we're getting, I believe Germaine is an Arcturus energy. And I say that because the Arcturus energy is in the same frequency and energetic realm as the archangels. Right up there next to the creator source, the light and love of the one infinite creator. So I believe that's where we're getting this from the Arcturus energy. If they had shoulders, they'd be standing shoulder to shoulder with the archangels. So anyway, so I wanted to say I highly recommend reading this book, The Prism of Lyra, an exploration of human galactic heritage, by Lisa Royale-Holt and Keith Priest. This is the revised and updated edition. They did not change anything in it. But when the first book came out, they didn't have the cards. And Germaine directed every message, every picture, every number, every title. So it's important, if your goal is to understand and learn about why we are here, where did we come from, I highly recommend the book. Okay, I'm going to read the narrative now for the video. And if you didn't know, and I'll tell you, I've got a new camera arm. So I'm trying to get it better. I've got a light thing set up here. I know it's not great, but I keep trying. Okay, I'm going to start the narrative now. Thank you. for indulging me. This is the narrative for What Star Are We From? Message from Above. Galactic Heritage Cards are used to help us tap into our star lineage and karmic patterns, and also reveal lessons brought to Earth from the stars, and how these lessons can be used in our life on Earth now. A star lineage spread more accurately reflects what stellar influences are working with you now, in the moment you choose the cards. If you do readings often, the cards may change, but over time, you will notice a pattern that keeps emerging if you are working with the cards in a sincere way. This is a fluid system without fixed positional meanings because it represents the multidimensional and holographic nature of consciousness. Each card has a number, a civilization, a theme, and text that goes with it. The numbering order is based on the journey from unity to polarity through integration and back to unity. We have 12 different species and 108 cards in this deck. 4 timeline suits, past, present, future, and parallel. The cards are numbered based on the journey from unity to polarity and back to unity, reflecting a universal theme, that of a state of oneness, a fragmentation into individuality, and the process of integration back to the state of oneness. Thus, the cards in the lower numbers represent the earliest process of unity fragmenting into individuality and the star consciousness who guides us. Early to mid-range numbers represent the physical civilizations. The higher numbers are the reintegration cards, representing a movement of energy from unity to polarity and then to reintegration. Card numbers later in the deck represent the integrative processes of our star family as it moved towards unity. Parallel cards refer to a certain era of that civilization on the card. Future cards are an era of mature civilizations, where our extraterrestrial guidance mostly comes. These cards work with your intuition. Okay. And the card numbers, the messages we're getting today are from card 11, 25, 46, 67, 69, 79, 83, and 103. The last video, we had some lower numbers all across, and then it showed some upper ones. So I thought that was interesting. Okay, now the first message we're getting today is from card number 11, Pioneering Spirit, Lyra Past. Okay, that's nice. That's a little easier. Here's the artwork. You see that? We have face and head, body, the legs. It looks like they're maybe got a small one attached to them, not real sure. And then, yeah, there, that focused in a little bit. Interesting, though. I find the artwork very interesting. Okay, Pioneering Spirit. Let me find that in the book, and I will deliver that message. Here we go. Pioneering Spirit. The early beginnings of the Lyra civilization were filled with excitement about exploring the universe. They expanded their colonies rapidly, and the civilization grew quickly. These were the first forefathers of human heritage. Having a connection to this early Lyran time, you also have a connection to this pioneering spirit. The spirit compels you to explore both the physical and the metaphysical worlds. While this is a healthy pursuit, the lessons of the Lyrans have shown that this desire for exploration must also be balanced with daily life. It asks that your explorations be a way to embrace physical life, not escape from it. You hear that saying sometimes. The readers will say, walking in two worlds, or channeling people Yeah, that's what I thought of there. Yeah, it asks that your exploration be a way to embrace physical life, not escape from it. We walk in two worlds. I'll continue. Thank you. The text for this card pretty much says it all. It refers to the beginnings of the first star family directly related to our development on Earth. The Lyrans, in particularly, refers to the first era of their development when they were a young species and had many lessons to learn. The Lyrans are our oldest forefathers. In this past era, they were very extremely focused in reality and not very interested in spiritual development. In some ways, they were young and immature, as most young species are. The qualities of young civilizations can be negative or positive depending on how those qualities are expressed. A pioneering spirit can be a wonderful quality when used with responsibility and integrity. It can also be a that negative quality when used immaturely, with ignorance or or without integrity. Thus, it becomes important to look at the rest of the card, read it to see how to interpret it, and follow your intuition. Usually, this card comes up for people who have had lives in Lyra during this era and are here now to apply those lessons. Perhaps you're being asked to take risks and become a spiritual pioneer in your life path, in your life a little bit more. Or perhaps the pioneering aspect of your nature needs to be balanced with responsibilities in your life on earth as a human. Open yourself to further guidance from the message of this card and see where this insight takes you. Yeah, for me, I know I have a pioneering spirit. After 68 years, almost 69 years, yeah, you get to know something about yourself. Here we go. Next message comes from card number 25, Alone Time, Vega, present. There's art. Interesting, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. We're 25 and tracker. Right here. Yep. Okay. Here we go. Ancient Vegans were solitary beings. They often spent large amounts of time alone in quiet contemplation as a way to remain centered, so that they had enough energy to be of service to their community. In current times, most people don't create the space to have this alone time that is so very vital to their well being. Take a look at your need for this essential quiet time alone. Give it to yourself, not only for rest or activities that recharge you, but to look deep within yourself and work on your inner challenges. This is a fundamental need of all humans. This need can no longer be ignored. Reality on Earth today can be very chaotic, filled with multiple distractions from family, home, and work. These distractions can also be played out through our emotions, whereby our emotional states keep us distracted from our true internal essence. This is why stilling practices like meditation and yoga serve very important functions. They help us still our minds so we can see our true connection to the universe and the true nature of our consciousness. Every human needs time alone, and to distract ourselves with games or television, not to distract ourselves with games or television, but to go deep within the cultivate, go deep within and cultivate an intimate relationship with our true selves. The Vegans were very solitary beings who recognized this essential need. If this card comes up in your reading, you cannot ignore this inner need any longer. Settle your mind and reestablish connection with your inner self. This is really not negotiable. Without this commitment, spiritual evolvement becomes extremely difficult. This is a key to the next stage of human evolution. If you already spend large amounts of time alone doing spiritual practices, this card may also be giving you the message that this alone time must be balanced with time out in the physical world with other humans as well. Yeah, once again, yeah, we got to walk in two worlds. We got to find that balance. And also I want to let you all know that I finally, they finally took me to the meditation practice that I needed to do. And I'm going to be doing a video on it next week. I've got my beads coming. And I'm just going to do a video for a meditation. I've been learning all along. So, and when I'm led to really do this and share it, because meditation shouldn't be, I heard a teacher talking about it. And you know how we have a monkey mind, right? Well, people get upset because, they keep having to push those thoughts out. Well, what I've learned is it's counterproductive to do that. What you do is you acknowledge the thoughts and then gently, just send it away and then continue on with your meditation. And anyway, it's really great. But I'm going to be using the Sanskrit mantra, I'm Nama. Anyway, so next week I'll be doing that. So I hope you didn't mind me telling you all that. Thank you for listening. Okay, our next message here comes through card 46. Good intentions. Serious. And this card, I believe, this is a repeater card. Let me see. I got things flying all over here. Up there. All right. And this card here. Oh, wow. Okay. This is the 5th time. So, we really need to hear this. I really need to hear this. So, good intentions, serious past. And there is picture. Oh, wow. Okay. Number 46. 5 times. Okay. I gotta listen even harder now. Here we go. The long-term goals of the Syrians lasted for generations and spanned thousands of Earth years. This required extreme focus, discipline, and dedication. Many people who had Syrian lifetimes still retain this ability to focus and carry out long-term projects. Use this pattern as a skill that can benefit you greatly in this life, especially in regard to your spiritual development. If you have difficulty completing long-term goals, then seek out ways to move beyond this resistance. An ability to be focused and disciplined in spiritual growth is essential. Let your Syrian forefathers guide you. This card refers to the long-term goals of the Syrians who assisted Earth in the ancient days and their ability to see far into the future as to what a new planet Earth would need to be developed. Many of their selfless goals to help the evolution of Earth have been carried on for millennia. Galactic species must have this long-range vision in order to perpetuate life, nurture it, and ensure its survival through the challenging periods of its evolution. If you have pulled this card, it is possible that you have a connection to a lifetime during the ancient Syrian era when they were assisting with the evolution of Earth through genetic projects, spiritual teaching, and protection of the new humans. It could also mean that you have the skill of a long-range vision, being able to see a project through its fruition over a long term. Conversely, if that is not a skill that you are aware of within yourself, this card may be challenging you to begin to develop that skill as a means to discipline yourself, focus, and complete the goals you have for this life. Look at the surrounding cards for future clues. Know that rushing the completion of a project is less important than being focused on the task and carrying it out with integrity, commitment, and thoroughness. Only then can you discharge the energy and the responsibility of the promise you have made to fulfill the goal. Oh, yeah. That's a good message. Okay. Now, our next message comes through card 67. Set it up in the book right here. There. Okay. Self-observant. Let me see. I think this is, this first time this message is coming through. Self-observant Lyra future. Looks girly with her little skirt on, but that's just the way we've been programmed. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, cool picture. I like the art. Okay, here we go. After much struggle as a species, the Lyrans eventually healed themselves by honestly and objectively observing themselves. At first, this can be a difficult task. But in the end, it leads to powerful transformation as long as it is done without judgment. The power of self-observation is essential for any person or species who seeks transformation. Begin this process now. Just observe. See your habits and patterns without the need to fix anything. It is an alchemical process that produces spiritual evolution on a profound level. The love and wisdom of the Lyran forefathers can guide you. Just ask for their help. The Lyran time stream represents the Lyran culture after they healed their karma and the challenges of the past when they were a young species. When a culture enters this phase of species maturity, it is like a renaissance. Consciousness begins to shift, and they begin to entering the galactic community from a place of respect and with the vision of the unified whole of creation rather than individual planets or species. This card is very important because Earth has just begun making its first tiny steps towards species maturity like their Lyran forefathers. One of the most essential aspects of expressing this maturity is the ability to see oneself clearly, to see the negative as well as the positive and embrace it all as a valuable growth lesson. It requires maturity to see the things that need to be changed about yourself and then implement those sometimes painful changes in order to experience a rebirth. At this time in Earth's development, this ability is self-observance is critical. This ability of self-observance is crucial for both the human species as a whole and for individuals. Without this honest self-evaluation, neither a species nor a person can fully transform. Wow, that was deep. Yeah. Okay. Messaging card 69. Also, first time we're getting this message. Natural humility. Lyra, future. Look at those. The top there. Those must be little Lyrans, right? Yeah. That's a beautiful picture. Beautiful art. Okay. Number 69. Message. The ancient Lyran trait of arrogance eventually transformed into a beautiful trait of natural humility. This humility is not one of low self-worth, but instead it acknowledges that all beings, include the self, are equal in the eyes of the universe, and no one is more special than another. This natural humility represents a balanced ego and is essential for the transformation of the species. Look within. Begin the process of knowing that all beings in the universe are equal to you, even the Buddha. Watch how this thought can be one of the arrogance or profound humility. Therein lies the lesson. Okay, I got to read that again. Watch how this thought can be one of arrogance or profound humility. Therein lies the lesson. This Lyrian time stream represents the Lyrian culture after they healed their karma and the challenges of the past when they were a young species. One of the most profound challenges of the immature Lyra species in the past was arrogance. After much self-observation and practices of generosity, they transformed their species into one that embraced a powerful humility that was natural and authentic. Most planetary species have to make this transition in order to enter the galactic community. Humans on Earth, as a species, not as individuals, have not yet begun this process with full commitment. The development of this trait comes from viewing reality as a holistic unit rather than us and them. If this card came up in your reading, it could mean many things depending on the surrounding cards and your life situation. It could mean that you are already expressing this trait. It may mean that you need to look at the world in a more holistic way, embrace the connectedness of all beings, and surrender the view of separation in order to develop your natural humility more completely. Be honest in your self-observation and open to the messages from your higher self about what this card really means to you. Boy, howdy, that's a heavy message. And I have been working on that, the humility, the balance, because it all comes down to balance. Balance is the bottom line, as I've said. Okay, our next card is, and this is the second time this message has come through. Okay, and we have renewed hope, Zeta Reticuli present. Yeah, it's a pretty cool picture there. Pretty cool artwork, I should say. It's not really a picture, it's artwork. Beautiful. Okay, 79. Here we go. When a crisis passes and we are no longer deep in fear, There is a sense of relief. It feels like a new dawn has arrived and the future is filled with hope. This is where the Zetas are emotionally in their era. Their species crisis has passed and they are feeling a new dawn rising. The message for you is to see each moment as a chance for a new dawn. Nothing in this physical universe is constant except change. With each change comes the potential for beauty, joy, and growth. Don't let the moments of your life pass without noticing them as doorways to awakening. Begin now. This card refers to an era of Zeta civilization when their species crisis had passed and they were on the road to recovery. When the threat of their extinction, with the threat of their extinction over, they reconnected with their joy and began to feel hopeful about the future. They realized that they could not go back to the ways of their past and had to reshape their civilization and themselves. If you pulled this card, its meaning depends on the surrounding cards and your life circumstances. It could be that you have recently passed through a dark time in your life and you are feeling the new dawn. If so, it's important to learn the lessons from the past and not repeat them before you move into your new future. It might also mean that you haven't yet passed fully through a challenging time, but you can look ahead to when the dawn will come. For those of you who have strong Zeta connections, this card may also mean that you have a connection with this Zeta era. Perhaps you had a lifetime then, or you are in contact with a being from this era. In any case, let yourself feel the energy of a new dawn that is on the horizon. Always remember that personal work never finishes. The Zetas learned this too and continued their self-healing work on a personal and species level. This deep inner work led to their species awakening. This inner work can lead to your awakening as well. That's a great message. Great message. Okay. Card 83 is our next message. And this is the third time this one has come through. Common ground, hybrid, parallel. That's one busy piece of art there. But I see him right there. I can see him. There we go. Okay. 83. There we go. Throughout Earth's long history, interacting with ET beings, many hybrids were created. A hybrid being is a powerful symbol because it represents the building of a bridge between two different realities and standing on that common ground from a place of empowerment to create a new, evolved reality. You pulled this card because you have a connection with a hybrid being. It may be a Zeta human hybrid or another. This energy is influencing you now to help you bring together two aspects of yourself that previously conflicted. This powerful card means that profound integration is forthcoming. This card is highly archetypical, meaning it represents a powerful force in the universe. The card's meaning is first and foremost representative of the archetypical theme before it ever refers to something literal. In this case, it refers to the integration of polarity on a physical and ideological level, which is the core theme of these cards. A hybrid is a combination of two different aspects to create a third idea. Within our galactic family, there are myriad hybrid races that are mixtures of many of the humanoid species in creation. There are too many to name. If this card comes up in your reading, it most likely refers to the marriage of two seemingly different themes in your life and how they can be brought together in a fruitful way. So, if you are having difficulty making a decision or there is conflict between two things in your life, this card is suggesting that you can indeed integrate them. It may require patience and creativity, but it is entirely possible when you commit to the process. The card may also literally refer to a connection that you have with a hybrid being. This being can be a mix of many species, but if you see that there are Zeta and or Assessian cards in your spread, Asseta or Assessian cards in your spread, didn't we? Yeah, the Assadian's right there. And the Zetas, do we got a Zeta? And the Zeta's right here. Yeah. Okay. In your spread, the hybrid is likely a combination of Zeta and human. Look to the themes and challenges in your life and see where integration can happen. This integration of polarity in the outer world represents an even more powerful integration in your inner world. Yeah, I'm working on it. Okay, 103, I believe that's one of our, first message. Receiving this, first time receiving this message. Spiritual sovereignty, Assessian parallel timeline. Look at that, two of them. Kind of looks like a vehicle, doesn't it? Antenna at the top, wheels on either side. I don't know. There we go. Okay. 103. Hang on just a second here. All right. I got it. Spiritual sovereignty is a place of complete balance. One walks in integrity, has completed unfinished business, confronted and owned the shadow, recognizes the illusion, and knows the self intimately without judgment. From here, the person becomes free to feel the flow of the universe that is called synchronicity. This is the essential Assessini teaching. Once you are firmly rooted in an open heart and an open-hearted life based on integrity and synchronicity, you become a fully realized being. This is a roadmap to awakening for individuals and Earth as a whole. If you haven't already, it is time to begin the journey. The Assessiani species is a hybrid of human and Zeta, and it's a highly evolved species, assisting Earth through its transition. Deep within the Assessiani collective memory lie the healed lessons of the Zeta, Orion, and human species. Because these lessons are fully integrated, the outcome is a species of pristine consciousness, capable of non-polarized thought, and a catalyzing energy that propels others forward into their own processes of integration. The concept of spiritual sovereignty is described well in the card text above, but it is often a difficult concept for the mind to grasp. The human tendency is to think that something out there will bring us liberation or awakening, such as a specific meditation or process or having the right guru. But unless we clearly see the false self and refuse to live as that illusion, true spiritual freedom will elude us. The Assassini have broken through all illusion and achieved their spiritual sovereignty. And this potential is possible for humans as well. If you pulled this card, it most likely is acknowledging your potential to do this too. This is a message of gentle encouragement to continue forward and do what is necessary to awaken beyond illusion. Conversely, the card may instead be a warning that your current path might not be leading towards sovereignty, but towards further illusion. Be ready, be really truthful with yourself. Go deep within and open yourself to seeing what you need to see for your highest good. If you need assistance, call on the Assassini energy to guide you. Yeah, we all are on a journey, the journey of evolution of mankind here on Earth. Yeah. Wow, that was nice. That was good. I thank you all for being here. I hope you all got something beneficial out of something that was read today. I think you probably did. I know I did. I know I did. I thank you very much for being here, and take really, really good care of yourself. Try to get some meditation in every day. It really does help. It will absolutely help ride through the rough moments ahead, you know, with the changing of things. And for the sake of mankind, to better ourselves. So anyway, I love you all. I'm so glad you're here with me. And please, if you're still listening, click the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, share if you know anyone out there that might have a thought that there's life on other planets other than Earth. They might be open enough to listen. And so with that, I bid you a fair adieu. This is Loretta signing out with Mother's Tarot, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.